Hey, 10. Oh, just impromptu. I'm just out enjoying the sunshine. Thought I'd bring a couple people in if they wanted to or not. If not, we were just going to hang out here. And hey, Robert, what's going on? You have to excuse me a little bit. I set up right with the sun in my eyes here. Just out playing with some frames, enjoying the sun, watching the chickens run around. Haven't shot steel yet. What else we got in here? CG, what's going on? Just man, I didn't think anybody was going to be showing up. I didn't know no notice or anything. Just out enjoying the sun, shooting some steel, shooting some frames. Got done in the shop. Just hanging out. What else is going on, guys? Boy, for no notice or anything, appreciate you guys stopping by. This was just, I don't know. I was just sitting in there, got done in the shop, and said, man, it is just too nice to be sitting in there watching reruns of NCIS. You know what I mean? Then I haven't shot steel yet all winter long, so it's going to take me a minute to get used to shooting steel again. Anybody else outside? Or is it just too bad out where you guys are at? And I just can't believe how it was like 48 degrees and 30-mile-an-hour winds sideways 3-4 days ago. It's supposed to hit 70 today, and there's not a cloud in the sky. It is just beautiful. Hello. Yeah, I was just, be honest with you, it was cold this morning out in my garage. It was still like 35 this morning, but I was out there 4 or 5 hours working on another frame and sitting out here drying right now. And then I walked out and it was like a 30-degree difference, man. I said, no more, I'm done. Coming outside. Cool. About time we all started getting some nice weather. It's been killing me, man. It's still a. Can you see? No, is it? Barely see the range off to the side there. It is still bogged in. I'm still using temporary shoot gallery here. Still wait. I gotta wait for the ground to dry out, and then all of it's going back up. Sounds like I was gonna have a plane crash. Popping and snapping. Got a little airfield just maybe a mile and a half away from here. Well, what am I shooting? I'm shooting a Hillbilly. I'm shooting a Boot Heel X. One of the old school Boot Heel X's. Actually one of the ones that I just totally screwed up. Patched it back together. Sniper Sling .5. Sniper Sling pouch. And finally got me some 8mm steel out. Shooting my official Hillbilly Slings catch can. I think that's a 40 mil Wasp spinner. At normal 10 meters, 11 yards. I was gonna bring out the Crony chronograph, but too much sun. Danny, hey, what's going on today, sir? Oh yeah, it's still evening there. It should be about dinner time. Thinking, right? Doing great. Dan, all you have to do is look at this. I've been waiting for this forever, it seems like. It's supposed to hit 70 degrees, sunny, light to no breeze. Gonna be some fun stuff today. Here in a little bit, I'm going to, when the live's done, I'm going to grab my skeletons, Laytons. Dan, help me out, depending, I guess, where you're at. My skeletons. I got a couple of them. I've got them hooked up with some .55 Olympus green, and I'm gonna go out in the woods, and I'm gonna hook up my Steers Wild Slings bag that I got, that I've been waiting to shoot forever. And I'm gonna do a YouTube video. I'm gonna take the chronograph out there, and I'm just gonna have a whole lot of fun with some skeleton, Laytons. Sorry, Dan. I know well. UK always seems like what you get. It's like it is here. We get like 2 weeks of summer, and that's about it. Just rain, clouds, and gloom and doom. Miss Billy, she goes to the tanning salon and gets a fake and bake so that she can feel like she's human and not some kind of a zombie walking around pale white. Man, this is just loving this. Taiki, come here. Come say hi. That is security. Come on, boy. Come here. You guys are all just having too much fun. They're all just having way too much fun. All the chickens and my turkey. That is security. Taiki. You know, Dan, I'd love for some of you guys to come over here, but man, since I was a kid, I've always wanted to go over not to the UK. I wanted to go to Ireland really bad. I wanted to go to Ireland, and then I wanted to go to like the Nordic countries, Norway, Finland. I've always wanted to go over that way. Hey, you guys, get over here. Come on. What are you doing over there? You guys are way too far away. Come on. Get a couple of Welshmen and the redneck, bunch of rednecks and a bunch of Welshmen. That'd be kind of fun, huh? There's so many things, like European vacation. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. An hour later, around the roundabout. Hey, kids, look, Big Ben, Parliament. No, there's some stuff over there. I'd like to go see Stonehenge. Is one thing I'd like to go see. Dan, well, you live in Wales. You may not be Welsh, but you live in Wales, don't you? Yeah, the stuff I sent you was the Wales address. It's like everybody thinks that I live in Washington State. I live in Seattle. I'm a long ways away from Seattle. God, I'm shooting low. Gypsy. You know, I think on my grandma's side, I think she had a little bit of. It could have been Romania. She had some gypsy blood in her. That's for sure. I have to dig up some pictures of her. Yeah, she definitely had some gypsy in her. So I got some gypsy blood too. I'm sure. Man, Brummy. What's up, Brummy? I have in my line of work. I work in the auto business, auto parts business. Work at a car dealership and parts department. But then I've in 35 years, that's all I've basically done is worked in parts, auto parts, cars, around cars, and ever since the I don't know mid 80s, we've had I've dealt with a lot of the Slavic countries, Russia, Ukraine, uh, Romania. I've had that used to come over. They would immigrate over here, and they'd buy junk cars and rebuild them, wreck cars and rebuild them, resell them, open car lots and sell them, send them back to their mother countries. You know, because they could build them, ship them back, and sell them cheaper than they could buy cars over there. So I know a lot from the Eastern Bloc countries. I'm not trying to let you guys look up my nose. It's just the sun's right in my eyes. I'm just trying to keep up with y'all. Hi, Taiki. You say hi to everybody? Hmm? Golly. Horrible. All right, let's switch it up. Hey, Dan, here's that BR549 that you turned me on to the acrylic. I don't know if we're going to, here's the repair right there. It turned out pretty cool. I want to build a little thingy around it and elevate it up so it's a little bit more level with the wood, but it turned out, you hooked me on it. I love it. Love it. ER549X. Again, Sniper Sling 5.5. I am just shooting low, 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 low. Man. Thanks, Dan. It really means a lot. It really does. You know, this all started. To be honest, I just wanted to build a frame. I just wanted to try to build something. I've probably got 100 frames, and nothing fits my hand exactly 100% the way I like it. So I said, screw it. I'm going to try to build me something. And I started with just one single sheet of plywood, drew up some designs on graph paper, and from there it's led to this. And I have more fun building than I do shooting anymore. Actually, it's because of the weather. No fun shooting out here when it's sideways wind and dumping rain. You know, it just sucks. So I got a lot of chances to build out the shop. I'm going to do something different. starting tomorrow. I'm gonna hold on a second, guys. Off camera here real quick. It's getting a little warm out here. Hold on. There. Like that? Pretty smart, huh? No, it's just the sun. I ain't used to it. But I'm gonna go get some other materials, and I've got some different colored. I got some brass pins now and some copper pins. We're gonna give that a shot. I didn't get a hold of Mikey last night. You know, I was going to, and then Miss Billy was talking to me about getting a new fridge for the shop, and oh, you know how he is. No, I didn't get a chance to talk to him, Bubba. All right, enough of that. Let's try this one. Barkeep X. I'm gonna try that one. You know, I want to get him because I want to make a Hillbilly Spitfire. I've already got the plans all done up for it. I've got the materials en route for it. Ready to go. Other than the course, so I'll have to get with him sometime this weekend to make sure I get him. What is this? Oh, this is BSB 0.5. Man, I can't hit nothing today. I'm at 10 meters, Dan. 10 meters, 11 yards, 33 feet. Yeah, normal stuff. Camera makes it look like I'm shooting a mile away, but no, it's just, and I couldn't hit it if it was 10 feet from me right now. I don't know what the heck's going on today. Long draw, no. I want to. I got some. I went to the Walmart and I got some of that, the athletic elastic, the tension bands, because I got I got a rotator cuff problem in my left shoulder, and I should have went and had it operated on, but I didn't. I let it heal by itself. Took over a year. But now, when I go to draw out my shoulder, I could probably do it, but I could only probably do it maybe 4 or 5 times. Where with short draw, I can still shoot all day. I'm hoping. I got the resistance bands, and I still mess around trying to, maybe if it'll build up the muscle around the back of my shoulder. But when I go to draw back, when I get to a certain point, man, it just wants to break down when there's any tension on it at all. It just wants to. I could probably get it. Yeah, I could probably get it. Probably behind my ear a little bit, maybe right about here. But it's just when I go to extend my elbow out and do any kind of like this, the whole arm just wants to drop. And it's been 2.5 years since I had the problem, since it started, and I got pretty good range. I still don't have all the range, but when I start to put a little weight on it and I hit certain points, it's still not right. Man, I'm gonna have to go get my Laytons. I see when I went to get my Layton Spitfires, on the Omega site yesterday. The Omegas and the Aries frames or cores were already sold out. They sold out in like 10 minutes, which was incredible. I can't believe it. All right, I'm going back to the original. My favorite of my builds. My hobo, ugly, junky, brilliant Boot Hill X. Didn't work. All right. Get serious, Rick. There we go. Never fails. I can be struggling. I still do. Alex at Bushy Beaver Slingshots is the one that really got me going. I'm going to do a YouTube video on this one day on the a flowchart chronology of a slingshot addict, slingshot shooter, slingshot aficionado, where the whole timeline, and where you start like you see one when you're on a rabbit hole digging, and you come across slingshot, you go, oh wow, then clicks. Yeah, that's right, Taiki. And then you go and you get yourself a wrist rocket, and then you start doing a little more research. Then you graduate up to eBay, one of their $6 ones. Then Simple Shot. Okay, well, I'll get me a Scout LT or a Scout X. And then you start seeing the private makers. Well, right then and there, the private makers, Alex at Bushy Beaver Slingshots, ran into him on Etsy. And I've got 40 of his frames. I've got 2 customs that he made up for me. The S96 Tribute, which was a big process getting approval from Sniper Sling and Min to make it. And then my Warden, and I've got a YouTube video on the Warden. And we've gone through, like I said, I've got about 40 of his frames. And he's the one who really got me to stay in slingshots, because I was kind of borderline, because I wasn't really liking anything. And then after the custom ones that he made me, then I started saying, well, you know what, I've got to make myself one. I guess that's the only way it's going to happen, is if I build myself my own. So that's when I started doing this. After 8 Sniper Sling frames, and like I said, the 40 Bushy Beaver frames, and I've got 10 Wasp frames, and I've got couple of Smos, and I've got 4 Prime Forks. And I don't know. I even making my own. This is the closest I've come to so far. Well, now take that back. The skeleton. I really think that I can go somewhere with that thing. That thing is really good, and I'm going to go into that in my video when I get off here, and I'm going to go later on today. I'm going to get that video done up. Get out the woods out there and hang my South Wales caddy bag, or steel South Wales caddy. Dan Wales got me on Steers Wild Slings catch bag out there, and I'm gonna take those. I got 2 skeletons. I'm gonna Leighton Lightens that I got out there that I'm gonna hook up. Rex, hey, how's it going, buddy? I've been on a rant here and didn't even notice you were here. But I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do that. But this is the one shot that I've made that I finally have, the Boot Hill X. The Boot Hill X geometry. Hold on a second. I want to go grab this real quick. It should be about dry. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I had it hanging in the garden, growing in the garden. This one I was working on this morning. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but I got brass pins now, and I got a brass lanyard pipe, and I actually thought this was going to be cherry, but that cherry is so dark. It came out so dark. It looks almost like walnut. But it that was uh that was what I was working on this morning when I was freezing my booty off. But I got the brass pins in there now, and I got some copper pins. I got some copper lanyard tubes, and I got some aluminum, stainless ones for when I do the stainless pins. And I don't know. But what I'm saying is this geometry. I know it's stupid, but and then the neighbor goes, "Well, it's a 95 millimeter. It's a 100 millimeter. It's no, it's. I mean, it is, but when you lock in, like if you're doing a thumb brace grip, when you punch in, you got all that room. You can make that an 85 millimeter. You can make it a 90 millimeter. You can make it a 95. I've made one. I can make them in 100. I can get them down to 80 and then to 100 because of the geometry, the way that I got the tips set up. So that way, that's one reason why it just feels right too. Feels good. I appreciate it. Yeah. I really dig the black walnut. I haven't shot that one yet. This is the first one I did in black walnut, and I really dig it. See if we can get a better picture than I can get. Where you at? There you are. It just, and then I'm gonna make another one of these. I don't know if I'm gonna do brass pins or if I'm gonna do copper pins. I think I'm gonna try copper first. But this baby, I love this thing. This thing feels just, I got it right at 90. See, you can tell. See, I just take a little bit off of the tips. Just take a little bit off of the tips there. And you can go from, I can get them out to 100. I can get them into 80. These are at 90. I can get them to 85. And it's still the same everything. The lengths, everything. But I think that's why I like the Boot Hill. It works for me so well. Is just because I'm a pinch gripper. A lot of you are, and it just, I don't know. It just feels right to me. Splits. As long as that's another thing. Yeah, they're plywood. They're nice. They're pretty. They're plywood. But that's why when I do these things, I put a letter in with each shot that I sell that I mainly I'm out here with these because I'm testing them. I put a disclaimer telling people not to use anything bigger than 0.5 bands and 8 millimeter steel, and that's just because that's all I've tested them with. And that way I build them thick enough and sturdy enough, and I believe that they will hold up to a ton of shots forever, as long as you don't exceed the guidelines that I've tested them at. I mean, if you want to put 0.7, 0.8 on them, go out and shoot some 11 millimeter lead, and it works for you, great. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm going to get some birch ply this weekend too, and I'm going to step up and do some birch ply ones too. Birch ply core, and then the black walnut, and I've got some ambrosia maple, I've got some cherry, I've got the western red cedar, I've got sapelli. It's a really cool looking word. I'm trying to get some cocobolo, but I can't find anything other than everybody uses it for handles and stuff. You can get it for scales for knives and stuff like that, but I need a little bit wider, and it's kind of hard finding it in the width that I need. But I found some zebra wood, stuff like that will probably look pretty cool too. Hold on, guys. I need to go back here a little bit. Oh, okay. Not splitting top slot. Uh, I'm still at the very beginning of this stuff. As far I'm like when I get the Spitfire, the latent Spitfire cores, I'm gonna try that. I want to do one of these with clips, and I know it's not gonna happen until I figure out until I put a bigger, better core in it, or I don't know. But I want to make a clip. I want to make a clip boot heel X, and I want to. So that means I'm gonna have to figure out a core for it and work it from there. The Hillbilly Spitfire is gonna be a test on how well I can put one of these things together. I'm sure I could do it all right. It probably look pretty good. If it looks as good as it does in my head, which it probably won't, um, I'll probably figure out a way to get some boot heel X cores done up in like 85 or 90 millimeter. I'm gonna do that. I'm already gonna buy just the clip kits. I'm just gonna buy some clip kits, and I'm gonna put them in my shelving unit in there just to have them. I'm gonna probably order when I get that. It's probably tonight if he still has them. I'll probably order about 9 or 10 of them, 10 sets, and just keep them aside. So when it comes time, I'm going to do that. And then as far as top slotting these things go, I've already been kind of thinking about that, and I'm probably not right away, but probably in the next 5 or 6, I'm going to give it a shot. I've got 5 or 6 more I've got to make like this, and then when I get into a lull, I'm going to dink around again, just like I do when I get slow. I start dinking around. That's why I got into the exotic wood scales on the plywood, and then with the different pin configurations and stuff like that. So top slotting is something that I've been thinking about too. Dan, I was already thinking about that. I'm thinking about doing I think I want to do a 90 millimeter, or yeah, 90 millimeter to start, because that's most popular. I want to do a 90 millimeter uh, boot heel X, and I'm going to get with you on that as soon as I'm ready. Which after I get the 2 Spitfire cores, and I get one of them done, then I'm gonna. How long does it usually take, Dan, to start to finish? I got to get in there, and I got to order some of them clips, and I got to see if he's got the Spitfire cores up yet too. Yeah, he does. He's got the Spitfires up there now, huh? Shoot. Okay. I have to. Well, that's all right. I'll get some of those in a little bit. Let me shoot a couple more shots here, guys. Then I need to go and get that video going on the Skeletons and the Enlightened Leetons and the South Wales Steers Walt Slings attach bag. Golly, I am just sucking it up. I think it's because I got an audience today. Usually I can hit 20, 30 in a row. But of course, when you got people watching, you stink it up, and you finish in last place, and you get the booby prize. Toilet bowl. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna take off for now. I'm going to get the Skeleton Light and Leeton video done, and then I'm going to do another one probably tomorrow too. I might have 2 videos. 2 videos coming out. I don't know. Maybe I'll do another live tomorrow with. Yeah, probably do another live tomorrow with the Skeletons, and I'll leave the catch bag up and try to come up with something else to talk about. Maybe wear my other new shirt that I just got in. Pretty slick, huh? But no, I got another new one in there. It's pretty cool too. Okay, no UK Spitfire cores. Okay, gotcha. Okay, no wonder I couldn't find them. No wonder I couldn't find them. You know what, guys? I appreciate you all stopping by because there was 0 notice. This weather is just beautiful. I couldn't stop it, and I wanted to share it with some people. Other than my Taiki, you gonna say goodbye to everybody? Come here. All right, guys. I'm gonna pick you up. Taiki, come here. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, Taiki. Say goodbye. Oh well. All right. Say goodbye, everybody. All right, guys. Take care. I'll see you soon. Like I said, I'm gonna have that other video up probably tonight, and then I'm gonna probably do another live tomorrow. I'll just leave the catch bag up since the weather's gonna be nice, and do that again tomorrow. But take care, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by, man. It was awesome. Thanks, and we'll catch up with you later. See ya. How do you turn this thing off?